You ever wonder if when your socks go missing, somebody collects the socks that go through the portals? Like someone has a collection of portal socks.
Oh, that's an interesting theory. Maybe so. Roux subtly checks, rubs her feet in her boots to make sure that she still has socks on.
Your socks are intact. Good evening, fellow geeks. Welcome back to Stolen Fate, our Season 3, Episode 2, but our first episode with Katie back, in case you were concerned after Gingham died that she would not return. Here she is again. And we're also joined by a new face for this season. So we're joined by Izzy. Izzy is an excellent gamer, and we're very excited to have them on our channel, but I'm not going to do the introduction. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. So, Izzy, why don't you tell us a little bit about you and anything you do on the internet?
Yeah, hello. My name is Izzy. I am primarily I'm a software engineer, but I'm also a big tabletop RPG gamer. I have been playing tabletop RPGs in one form or another since I was 13 years old. I also am a webcomic writer. I have two projects currently in the works. One of them is my webcomic A Star Below, which is sadly on indefinite hiatus at the moment. But I am currently working on another webcomic called The Red Ledger, which I will probably talk about more at a future time.
Ooh, very exciting.
It is still in production.
Well, can't wait to see what comes of it. And yeah, the comics are excellent. Sad that they are on hiatus, but yeah, we met Izzy playing some playtesting games, and they were an absolute delight. So we're excited to game with you this season. Thank you for joining us, Izzy.
I am very happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
All right, and then for Katie, you all know Katie. She's back. She's not playing Gingham. Gingham is no longer with us, but we'll jump into the new characters in a moment. Let's go ahead and see where we are in the story now that we're jumping back in from a different perspective. So we are jumping in, starting with a catfolk and a fetchling wandering the jungles of Tianjia. The air is wet and heavy, thick with the perfume of strange orchids and the distant cries of unseen beasts. You've been walking for hours, maybe days. It's hard to tell in this place where the canopy blots out the sun and time seems to pool in the shadows. The jungles of western Tianjia is an unforgiving place. Beautiful, yes, but it's treacherous in equal measure. The leaves glisten with moisture, but your canteens are nearly dry. Your boots or shoes or bare feet stick in the mud, and your food stores are low. And yet you guys have been pushing on. You have a compass that keeps on turning. It's not an ordinary compass. The needle doesn't point north. It stutters, twitches, and drags slowly towards some unseen place, like it can feel something that's hidden just beyond the curtains or the vines of the mist. This little relic didn't even function until the first card appeared. You, Lady Nocturne, remember it clearly. The day the Harrow card came into your possession. You didn't find it, you didn't buy it, you didn't steal it. It just simply was in your possession. Maybe it was tucked inside your coat, slipped into your satchel, lying beneath your pillow like a forgotten dream. But no matter how you discovered it, what came apparently with it was danger, and lots of it. You've been hunted ever since, by demons with knives for tongues, hags with more eyes than teeth, and mortals that are hungry for the taste of power. And Roux, you finding your card in a similar fashion, have experienced similar dangers. Each encounter brought pain, each discovery brought questions. But these cards also brought you two together. Two strangers drawn to a shared curse, or maybe a shared destiny. It's yet to be seen. So we're going to now take a moment to look back at that first Harrow card. And we're going to see which card you started with, how it ended up in your possession, and I want you guys to introduce your characters properly. So Katie is a level 1 geek veteran. Let's make you go first. Tell us a little bit about Roux and about your Harrow card you started with and how you started with it. And let's go ahead and show this lovely new character art for your new character while we're at it.
Roux is a fetchling with Nephilim heritage, so she has maybe a little bit of a glow around that gray skin. She has piercing yellow eyes and fiery red hair that ends in blackened tips, kind of a flame into coal. She has a smirk like she's hiding something and a ton of baubles. She loves necklaces, rings, any jewelry-ish she can get her hands on. She doesn't care that someone might grab it because she'll end them first. And she has kind of a piratey look to her. Very casual stance, though. Doesn't have much of a care in her personality. Very free, easygoing. And she, let's see, how did she get her card?
And while I'm throwing up that card art before we move on, this character art for Roux, like the rest of our art for this season, for the characters, is from Christiana Leone, which is, she is just an incredibly talented artist, and we thank her very much for that. Okay, yes, for your card, why don't you tell us what the twin looks like?
The twin is an interesting card. It's two frogs, and one of them on the left has their hands clasped in like a, I don't know how, like almost prayer, but not quite, more expectant. And then the frog on the right has one hand in the same mirroring pose, but a giant knife behind it, which I just noticed. They're also both dressed in, do you remember Frog and Toad? That book? They're dressed like Frog and Toad. So they've got the high-waisted shorts and the proper shirts and very colorful bow ties and little page boy hats. And there's like a sunrise or set between them with two birds.
Lovely description. How did you find this card on your person?
Well, Roux likes to go to the pubs and drinking and having a good time. And one night she was out enjoying herself as usual. And she had a good time, played several winning hands of cards without cheating. Very important to note, she did not cheat. But there was a lot of ale being passed around because why not? And you have to honor Caden and the way he would drink. So she did. And she doesn't exactly remember leaving the pub. Only that she woke up diagonal in her, the room above the pub bed. She doesn't remember the card ever making her way to her, but she wakes up fabulously hungover with a card on her.
And these cards, if your characters had ever tried to get rid of them, just find their way back to your possession. Excellent. Yeah, thank you. That is Roux. And then somewhere in another part of the world, Izzy, Lady Nocturne experienced a similar phenomenon. So why don't you tell us, give us a description and tell us a little bit about Lady Nocturne. How do you say her last name?
Beauchesne.
Beauchesne.
Mm-hmm.
And there she is, another beautiful piece of art. And yeah, give us a description. Tell us a little bit about her.
So Lady Nocturne Beauchesne is more on the elderly side of most adventurers. In fact, she was an adventurer once, but has since retired. She is a catfolk. She is an expert in curses and occult magics. In fact, she has been running from her own family curse for her entire life. She wears a shawl. She has a dozen or so lucky charms scattered across her person. Black fur, piercing yellow eyes, and a small crescent moon mark beneath her eye. She wears spectacles. They are, in fact, bifocals. She doesn't see as well as she used to. And since retiring from the adventuring life, she is a virtuoso violinist and runs a magic shop, a curiosity shop of sorts, where she, amongst her other wares for sale, keeps a few cursed objects throughout the shop as well.
One of those being this compass we mentioned, correct?
Yes, it was a compass that came from a ship that crashed once upon a time on the sea. The compass itself apparently stopped working, and the ship itself crashed into sharp rocks, drowning everyone aboard. The compass itself seemed to not function at all, pointing just with gravity as if, until around the time that this card appeared in her possession.
And there's your card art that you came in possession of.
The dance. It features a very excited looking woman with long flowing blonde hair and a wreath of leaves and petals of many colors. She holds aloft a staff, and 3 different orbs float as well above her in red, blue, and green, each adorned with gold swirling patterns. Lady Nocturne is very well aware, in fact, knows exactly every single item in the inventory of her shop. And so it did not escape her notice one day when, in a display case, there was suddenly a small card that she had never seen before. Upon researching it, she very quickly realized what it was. And also seemed to notice the compass now worked, or seemed to work, pointing at something.
Excellent. For anybody who is curious, the dance is the suit of keys, and the twin was the suit of crowns. All right. So, yeah, you two found these cards in your possession. You both got attacked by a handful of sketchy individuals. You found that these cards were quite important. Roux, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but you ended up meeting paths with Lady Nocturne, who kind of informed you more about what these cards were, correct?
Correct.
Excellent. And finding Lady Nocturne and Lady Nocturne, your knowledge that you dug up, you have learned a lot since then. You found out that these cards are more than curios. They're pieces to a legendary artifact called the Deck of Destiny, a relic that's said to hold power enough to rewrite fate itself. Complete it and the wielder could reshape the world. And in the wrong hands, well, do something much, much worse. So you've seen what this means firsthand. You've heard whispers of the Pact Masters of Katapesh, a powerful government entity assassinated in their Gildan sanctum. You've tracked rumors of warlords torn apart from within, and always at the center of these big events that have happened recently are the cards. But you know that you're not the only ones hunting them. Your research has also turned up another group. Names half whispered and half revered have been carving their own bloody path across Galarion. Crunk, the flesh-twisted juggernaut, Jack, the dagger in the dark, and the one they just recently lost, Gingham, now a shadow in memory. Together they've taken card after card after card after card from very sinister hands. If fate was a story, then their pages are burning with this group. So now Lady Nocturne, with a compass that you once thought broken but has since been discovered to point to the closest card from the Deck of Destiny, it now starts to turn again. It's guided you into the jungles of Tianjia, which is very far from where you two were originally from. I imagine you guys were probably centered in Absalom when you met, kind of in the center of the Inner Sea region. And this compass has not led you directly to the cards themselves, but it usually ends up leading you to a portal. Some kind of strange portal that steps you to a different part of the world. So, for example, let's take a look at this map here really quick. Get a little scope of where you've been. So currently, for those who have been watching the series, Crunk and Jack are currently in Absalom. Your characters wouldn't know that. You probably haven't crossed paths with them yet. But this is where Absalom is at in the Inner Sea region. And your most recent cards took you to a portal to Tianjia, which is way over here. Just a cool 4,300 miles away.
Hop, skip,
And
jump.
in your travels, this compass has led you to the portals, and then once to the portals, it does eventually lead to the cards. But when you reach where the cards should be, you don't face down a relic, but you keep on facing down living creatures. They're called Harrowkin, you've come to know. Twisted reflections of the card's power, clawing at the world in a raw, monstrous form. Only when defeated or completing some sort of trial do they shed their skin and become what they truly are, which is the Harrow cards of the Deck of Destiny. So you know what that means, that this compass is not pointing towards a prize, but towards a threat. And you've seen this a couple times, and you have managed to collect a couple more cards. The two cards that you've managed to collect in this jungle are the Fool and Katie. I'll have you describe what this card looks like. This is the suit of books.
I don't like it. Okay.
I don't like it either, to be
The
fair.
Fool, there's a lot. Okay. So the Fool is this big swole individual with their hands tied behind their back, shirtless, with patchy circusy pirate pants on. But now we go to the face, which is an entirely different color than this pale corded muscle body.
I think
It's
it's
got
a mask. Because you can kind of see there's like a chin and a head behind it.
You're right. Okay. So it's wearing a horrifying mask that is just the biggest smile with 2 teeth missing. And it's got arrows sticking out of its head. Also, this mask looks as if the face has been like tacked onto it. And nobody likes it.
Yeah. I was going to be contrary, but I don't like it either. It's very unsettling.
I mean, you could be contrary, but
I think that's supposed to be red hair on the mask. He's like
Oh,
a
yeah.
redhead.
Like
And
very
he's-
nicely styled.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, if I weren't blind. So Slappy from Goosebumps is
Yeah.
headless
Good
now.
reference.
So if R.L. Stein's looking for Slappy, I found Slappy as a mask.
And then you came across one other card in the jungle, and Izzy, I will have you describe this one.
Yes, this card is The Joke. It features a 2-headed ogre who's kind of squatting down. One head is looking off to the side, looking grumpy, and the other head is looking up, looking very enthused, because standing, straddling across both heads, stands a person playing a lute, head thrown back without abandon, shouting some sort of song to the sky.
I like this card.
This
one's
is
epic.
like this is an 80s album cover, right? Like,
It really is. That's so funny. Oh, man. And yeah, this one is also the suit of books. So you two came across in the jungle a troop of these Harokin. There was a cult wearing this mask of this strange redheaded dummy-like figure. And they were led by a traveling bard who was very sinister, a tiefling that looked very closely connected with their demonic heritage. They did have this large ogre figure fighting for them as well, and they were hostile on sight. And even if you attempted diplomacy, it failed and you had to fight them off, and it was a pretty rough battle. The Harokin were very dangerous, but once defeated, they did turn into these 2 cards. You were able to add them to your collection. For you players, just so you're aware, mechanically, these cards do have special abilities as well. You're allowed to have 5 of these cards invested as 1 magical item slot. So,
Oh, actually, I think I definitely wanted The Joke,
the joke.
because I can use lore instead of athletics.
Ah, yes.
Lady Nocturne is 47. She's not doing much athletics these days.
The Fool also affects spell casting, so I'm guessing that we're going to want Lady Nocturne to have the Fool as well.
Do I just have 3 of our 4 collected cards?
I I imagine that's how just that is. Is Rue's like, I don't want it. You kind of hired me. I am just protecting you.
Is that how that works?
Yes.
I could have sworn the way it started was you showed up at my shop chased by ruffians.
You don't have to talk about that. It was a misunderstanding in games.
Right.
All right. So, with 4 cards in your collection and the compass spinning again, you don't know exactly where it's taking you, but you are currently in quite a dangerous jungle. You've probably come across some dangerous wildlife in your travels here, whether you've avoided it or fought it. But food and water is running low, and it is to you two. What are you doing in this humid, hot, dangerous jungle?
Well, I suppose our first priority should be trying to get home.
Yes, I would agree with that. I mean, look at this hair. It's gaining a life of its own. It's getting huge. I'm concerned.
Yes, well, I'm looking at the compass. Is the compass pointing us to anything? Maybe a portal somewhere?
It is. So the compass has been pointing you for hours. So you've probably been on a bit of a trek following this compass, and it's probably been a little bit exhausting following it this time. Typically, it's pointed you quite rapidly to your next location, but this has been kind of the biggest trek you've actually had to take.
What do I know about this region? Do I know if there's a settlement nearby? Is there any sort of lore that I could make? Am I fortuitous enough to have thought to bring a map?
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to bring a map, that's totally fine. And if you want to, you can either roll a survival if you want to kind of get your bearings on a map, or you can roll society if you want to know. But yeah, society or survival.
Oh, society. Oh, it's actually higher for me. So I'm going to go ahead and roll a society roll.
All right, with a
37.
Yeah, so you can kind of get your bearings based on the last time you saw water and the direction that you've been heading. You are in the middle of a jungle where there is no mapped settlement anywhere nearby. So you are in a little bit of a dangerous, rough spot.
Perfect.
So unless you have some kind of magical solution, following the compass is probably your best bet at this point.
Well, we should probably at least try and find a source of clean water.
Yes, I would agree on that. I do get concerned about not having supplies. Chase, can I roll a survival to try to track down?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, 49.
49. Yeah, so it's maybe like a few other walk forward. You try to look in areas where you could maybe get some groundwater or some collected rainwater or something similar. And you are able to find a little spot, a little watering hole in the jungle. You're not sure if it would be clean. It would probably have to be cleaned through heat or some other source, but you do find some.
Well, lucky for us, I wield fire.
Yeah, did we talk about your
Yeah.
classes when we introduced your characters?
No, I don't
Let's
think
talk
we
about a little
did.
bit about what's your characters, what's your classes and your abilities. Why is Roux wielding
It's a
fire?
mystery. Roux is a kineticist, which is basically the elemental wielding class. Roux can wield 2 different elements. She can wield fire and metal, and she can do a lot of different things with each of those, some of them more alarming than others. But then she also has resistances, so and immunities. She doesn't get cold, she doesn't get hot, she can't be electrocuted.
Must be so nice.
You know?
I can't relate to the electrocuted part, but the hot and cold, wow. Excellent. What about Lady Nocturne?
Lady Nocturne is a bard. She is a specialist in occult spellcasting has performance skills, has a magic violin that she carries with her, and has a little bit of side training in witchcraft, including a familiar who I'm actually going to ask Poe if he'd be willing to kind of help scout out for us and keep an eye out for signs of civilization, sources of food, or just the portal or threats, etc.
Excellent. And what kind of type of familiar is Poe again?
Poe is a raven.
A raven. Yeah. Poe gives you a little appreciative squawk, or if you could call that from a raven. Yeah, they fly off and they'll scout around. So you can go and roll me a perception for Poe.
Oh, so close to good. A 30.
A 30. Okay.
And I do have familiar's eyes, so if needed as well, I can look through. Every once in a while, I'll just kind of like close. I'll like kind of like put a shoulder on, or put a hand on Rue's shoulder, and close my eyes for a minute, and just project my senses into Poe, and just telepathically communicate with him as well, and just kind of like check in, just do like regular check-ins to see how it's, if there's been anything that he's noticed.
Okay, so you're checking in, and Roux, you're cleaning up some water with your fire powers. And so, I mean, I imagine you guys take a quick breather, and you are able to brew up not a large amount, but a probably much needed amount of clean water after a few minutes. And as you guys are taking a rest, getting your water taken care of, Poe will fly back and report, empathetically, that they have found a portal through a big gnarled tree just a few minutes up ahead.
Oh, good. Looks like we won't need to boil water after all.
Is this a few minutes by us walking or being as Poe is? Because that is as the, no offense to Poe, as the crow flies.
It would be a few minutes by foot.
All right. Yeah, so I guess we start walking towards the portal.
And sure enough, just a few minutes up ahead, you see it's pretty tough to spot, but the compass is pointing right at it. It's just kind of like a dark, almost looks like a little cave entrance through a big, twisted, gnarled tree. You can just see a very slight shimmer through that dark void, enough to tell that it's a portal.
All right, dear. I assume that through the other side we're about to face more combat. Are you ready?
I suppose that I should probably go first and make sure that if something smacks, it is smacking me and not you with your old bones.
My bones are fine, dear, but I appreciate your concern.
May I, before stepping through, roll a perception check?
Yeah, for sure. What are you looking for?
I want to see if I can see into can I see into the portal to the other side? It's
Nope.
just blackness, nothing.
It looks like the symbiote from Venom. It's just kind of like a black shimmery goop, this one.
Okay, then I'm listening. Are there sounds coming from it?
The sounds of black goop from Venom.
The sound. I hate it. And I rolled so well. A 44 gets me bloop.
Yep, it does. It gets you the bloops.
Cool. Okay. I am going to step through. Roux looks back at Lady Nocturne. If this one goes poorly, maybe we should try to destroy the cards again. I know it hasn't worked yet, but we could keep trying.
May I remind you that the last time you attempted that, you lost an eyebrow.
It grew back for the most part. I will see you on the other side. And Roux straightens and strides confidently through the portal.
And as Roux gets right up to the portal, it looks like wispy, cold, snowy tendrils blow out of the portal, wrap around Roux, and yank her through.
Well, that
doesn't
certainly
seem distressed,
not ominous.
But yeah, and all these portals have been a bit strange So I don't know if this would be like anything too surprising, but it's not one you've seen before.
Lady Nocturne follows through immediately afterwards.
Okay, same thing happens to
Just
you.
a few paces behind.
Excellent. As you both step through the portal, expecting vines, thorns, maybe another swarm of stinging insects, instead you feel a sudden shock of cold, dry, still air. The jungle humidity vanishes in an instant, replaced by the crisp, silent bite of mountain air. You're standing inside a wooden lodge. It's dark, its logs dark with age, its beams carved with curling geometric runes and symbols of alpine animals, stags, owls, bears, not owl bears. And suddenly a roaring fireplace crackles to life the moment your feet touch the floor. It fills the room with the warmth and golden light, and there's a thick red and green rug covering the stone floor. It's soft under your feet. You see mismatched chairs and couches that circle the hearth, some upholstered in fur, others faded in patchwork. And overhead there are lanterns that are glowing gently, giving off the scent of cedar and honey. And through frosted windows you can see that there is a vast, snow-covered mountain range, stretching to the sky like a sea with white teeth. The air outside looks thin and cruel, but in here it feels very cozy and peaceful. Roux, you appear into this cabin first, and shortly after, Lady Nocturne, right beside Roux.
That's certainly not what I expected.
It is cozy though, no?
I don't trust it.
You guys hear a voice from across the room from behind a counter. Well, that's new. You see that there is a short and round dwarf gentleman with a massive beard. Seems to have its own little internal weathered system of tangles and wisps. He's wearing a woolen cap, a flannel shirt under a thick apron. He has 2 pairs of reading glasses, one just above his nose in front of his eyes, and one tangled up in his beard. He's got huge boots that are covered in mud. He's got very calloused, large hands. He's across the room just kind of polishing off a glass and watching the two of you.
Terribly sorry to intrude. We didn't really expect to be, well, finding such welcome on the other side of that.
Welcome on the other side of what? Where'd you come from?
Well, would you believe that just a moment ago we were somewhere in the jungles of Tianjia?
Ah, so you came through a portal.
Yes. I'm sorry, I'm being terribly rude. My name is Lady Nocturne Beauchesne. May I ask, to whom do I have the pleasure of addressing?
Wait before the other one of you. You with the fiery hair. Don't tell me your name. Let me guess it.
Oh, this would be
He's
fun.
gonna kind of pace up and he's gonna circle around you and kind of inspect you all over. Very good with names. You're
Roux will
giving
do a
me
little twirl.
Roxy.
Ooh, Roxy. I do like it, but you are not correct. Do you want to try again?
You're a Roxy to me. You were misnamed when you were a child, I'm sorry to say.
Oh, I will let my parents know.
You should. Perhaps if you have a sibling, they'll do better with the next one.
Oh, no siblings
So what do you
for
call
me.
yourself?
Oh, I call myself Roux. But, it's very close to Roxy, so I would allow you to call me Roxy. But I saw you polishing a glass. Do you have ale?
I've got some sour cherry. That's to your taste. He'll shake
Which
both
one?
of your hands. Name's Finric Molderen. Owner of this lodge. Haven't had customers in quite some time. The sour cherry's to your liking, it's on me.
In quite some time. How long are we talking?
Quite some time in the lodge. Oh, it's been at least a few weeks. Mountain's been acting up. People like to do some snowing and some hiking and some exploration on this mountain here, but it's been too dangerous as of late.
You've been trapped here all alone, then?
Not trapped, just no customers. Got to keep the business going. I also live here, so if you can consider yourself trapped in your own home, I don't know.
I believe you can,
Okay.
but I will not place that upon you.
Well, take a seat, make yourselves comfortable. Hungry?
Oh, famished. I could eat. And so could Lady Nocturne.
Yes. Chase, can I roll, do a vibe check on this guy?
Yeah,
Basically.
absolutely.
What?
Go ahead and roll me. That's going to be a perception.
Okay, perception.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. 43.
43. So your vibe check of this gentleman is not threatening. He does seem genuinely warm and happy to see some customers. He looks very old, maybe older than he looks, which is pretty old, but it's hard to tell with dwarves. He gives you the impression of a gentleman who has a lot of theories and has seen a lot of different wakes of life.
A lot of
I
theory.
love that.
Okay. Okay.
So he'll head back and start putting together a meal, and he'll shout behind you. And lucky for you, birds are welcome. New policy.
Oh, good.
I just made it.
Well, that is very nice of you. I appreciate it. As does my companion.
What are you two going to do while he's whipping up the meal? Anything that you guys want to do here?
I would like to inspect the runes.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and make me an occultism or a craft.
I am definitely better at occultism. 45.
With the occultism, you know that these runes, you've seen them before when you were studying the history of Harrow and trying to figure out what your deck was. And you know that these runes were used in the creation of the deck of destiny, in the spell casting that created these powerful artifacts. Those runes are part of the crafting component.
Would you say his name? What was his name again? Can you write that out for me, just so I can? It was Finian.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was Finric Moldrin. I'll put it in the
Finric.
chat for you.
Appreciate it. My dear Roxy, I do believe we are in the middle of a trial.
Already? We just finished one.
Well, it is what happens when we go through a portal, but at the very least, this one seems to be warm, for now, and has food. But I think we should try and ascertain from our host what it is we are trying to accomplish here.
I suppose.
But if it does not require combat, all the better.
Well, or we could,
No.
run the play. Okay. One day I will get to do that, and you're not going to say no, and it is going to be spectacular.
One of these days, I will determine that yes, that is the right course of action. At which point, have at it.
Fine. Do you want me to go talk to him more while he's making these cherry sours?
As you say that, he comes over to the table and slaps down some plates and some cups. He pulls up a stool and sits up next to both of you. So you came through a portal.
That we did.
Tell me about this portal. You know, I actually have a hobby. It's interesting that you came here. I'm wondering if it has to do with my hobby. I collect things that end up through portals.
Oh,
Do you now?
I'm not going to collect you, don't worry about it. Though if you wanted to give me a little keepsake, I wouldn't go ungrateful for it. You see, I've always thought that portals are like cats. They show up when they want, they eat your socks, and then they vanish again. No offense, I mean house cats.
Fair enough.
house cats eat socks?
Aye, as do portals. I'm surprised I got both of mine on my feet right now. He's gonna slap off one of his muddy boots. Ah, look at that! And he's got a bare foot under one of them.
Looks like a cat got it. Now,
Likely the portal.
likely the portal. This one was rather curious. It was black and inky and... if you know what I mean.
I don't, but I do know that all the portals are different, kind of like snowflakes. So I guess in a way, I do know what you mean. You ever wonder if when your socks go missing, somebody collects the socks that go through the portals? Like someone has a collection of portal socks.
Oh, that's an interesting theory. Maybe so. Roux subtly checks, like rubs her feet in her boots to make sure that she still has socks on.
Yeah, your socks are intact.
Do portals appear here very frequently?
I'm not here. Lucky to show up in my own home. This mountain, though, it's full of them.
It
Oh,
is.
is it?
Aye.
How long have you lived here on this mountain, Fenric?
Oh, I don't know. I've lost track of the years. A few decades at least. You know, I've got the theory that there's actually a very large portal at the top of the mountain right now, and that's what's causing all this trouble.
Oh, do you
big-
know?
Big green glow up at the top there. Looks like it could be a portal.
What other
Strange
trouble
glow
have you?
showing up out of nowhere. It's got to be a portal.
Perhaps what other trouble have you been having?
There's been some quakes. People have reported some lava plumes up on the snowy mountain. It's not a volcano, so that's a bit strange. The winds have been extremely unsettling. Very strong. Seems to almost react when somebody tries to fly up there. I've got a Strix pal that likes to take some flights up around the mountain. Almost got them killed the other day. So if you're flyers of any sorts, I don't see any wings on you. I don't think catfolk can fly, but if you could, I wouldn't recommend it. Dangerous flight conditions out there right now.
I can fly, but only under special circumstances.
Ah, well, shit. How about that? The catfolk can fly. You learn something new every year.
That you do. So, have you seen any strange or odd creatures about associated with any of these phenomena?
Yeah, just the talking rocks.
Talking rocks.
Whole bunch of them. So I'm climbing the mountain.
Talking.
Was this before or after the lava flows?
I haven't seen the lava flows myself, but I suppose I saw the talking rocks were after I heard the reports of the lava plumes.
Interesting.
These talking rocks, Rue's gonna pick up the drink and take a drink first. How does it taste?
Oh, it's great. It's very sour, but it is quite tasty if sour is to your palate. There's a strong cherry flavor, natural cherry.
Is it alcoholic? This is
It
very
is
important.
alcoholic. And the cup is a nice wooden goblet that's got like a very strong pine tar scent to it that kind of adds to the aromatics of the drink.
Rue downs half of this. Oh, a drink the gods would love. Tell me about these talking rocks. Are they, do they have bodies or are they just, you know?
They have mouths. I don't know how they talk. They're arseholes, though. They came in here and they carved all those runes on my wood.
Is there anything that I can roll with that description? It's very bad, and he sucks.
Yeah,
Talking rocks, assholes.
Talking asshole rocks. Have I read about talking
anything-
asshole rocks?
Who carve runes?
Who carve runes?
Let's see here. That's going to be an occultism or aberration lore.
Okay, occultism it is.
Or earth lore.
Can I also make an occultism check?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just checking Rue's homework.
40.
Oh, also let's talk about hero points. You two still have them currently. You get 1 hero point at the start of every session. You can carry it over from session to session up to a maximum of 3. If you ever want to re-roll a roll, you can re-roll it, take the better result, plus 2. You both start with a hero point.
Okay.
But in this regard, no, that will not be enough for either of you to ascertain what he is talking about.
They sound terrible. So they came in, carved these, and then left? Did they even tip you?
I would a talking rock tip. Pop off a chunk of gold from its arse.
Did it have gold in its arse?
I don't think so.
Be a mighty thing, wouldn't it?
I wouldn't mind it.
Who would? It'd be entertaining, to say the least. So, what is my question? She sits back, puts her feet on the table.
Roxy.
drinks the rest of the drink. Oh, these tables are meant for this, right, Finrick?
Oh, I don't mind.
Let's see. He does not mind. Plus that both of my socks.
Aye.
Lady Nocturne has been more slowly sipping it at her drink, but is also enjoying it.
The food he brought you is like some kind of porridge. It's a little bland, but it is warm.
Better than nothing.
So these rock folk, they...
Not rock folk. They're just rocks.
Sorry. I apologize. These rocks, they carved things. What did they say to you before they left? You said they were assholes.
They kept saying some kind of strange word. Avalanche or something like that. What languages do you guys speak? Let's see here.
So many.
Not many.
I speak Taldane, Amarin, I guess, Demonic, Draconic, Elven, and Kitsune.
Yeah, so you know that the word that he said is Amarin for avalanche.
Oh, great.
What? Rue looks at Lady Nocturne, but... Great.
Yes. If strictly necessary, do you have somewhere else you could go for safety's sake?
I've got a bit of a shelter under here. Got a portal to a beach home, so I'll be fine.
That is quite convenient.
Hasn't been an avalanche here in years, though.
Well, it may be that the rocks are trying to start one.
In
which case, we should
Told
probably...
you they're arseholes.
Indeed you did.
Perhaps the lava will clear it up.
It would perhaps clear up a lot of things, especially the snow outside, flooding. Maybe it is something that the lady and I can investigate for you.
Yeah, sure. I wouldn't mind it. Get the customers back. In fact, if you're investigating and trying to fix it, you're giving your best efforts, free lodging here as long as you need.
Well, thank you. I suppose we will probably need to at least do a cursory investigation of the area.
Aye. You go about your business. You need anything from me, you know where to find me. If there is an avalanche, though, and if it gets buried, you're not welcome at the beach house.
Very well.
Your better half's rules. Apologies.
Oh, another half.
Maybe
we can meet this other Muldrin someday if we can get this solved.
It's part of the rule. Doesn't like when I bring strangers home.
Fair and valid. Well, what time of day is it right now?
Looking outside, it's kind of hard to tell because it's so gray and glum, but it looks like it's not nighttime at the very least.
Okay. Does it look like the snow is going to be extremely difficult for us to traverse?
It does look like the environment out there is going to be pretty volatile. Looks like it's going to be very cold, but apparently you don't have issues with that, Roux?
Nope.
Yeah, the traversal does look like it's going to be tricky. It depends on where you want to go. You can, if you look out one of the frosted windows, you can see the green glow that he was talking about. But the peak of that mountain looks like it would be pretty difficult to get to without magic or flying or being an expert climber of sorts.
I am resistant to cold.
That will help.
Because of my dragon scale amulet.
Excellent. How much do you resist?
5.
That'll make it at least easier.
And then I don't know if my greater resilient winged fortification explorer's clothing gives me any cool abilities.
Not in terms of cold.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll fit. I do have a coat if you're needing to go out there.
The lady would probably need one. I will be fine.
It would be appreciated.
You'll be fine.
Oh, yes.
Dressed like that.
You would be surprised.
Never been in the snow.
I've been in the snow. She gets up defiantly, goes over, opens the door. Is it hard to open? I guess I should ask.
No.
She opens the door, stands outside, closes it, and walks over to one of the windows and just starts waving.
I'm not caring for her. She catches her death.
Don't worry. She is my responsibility.
Let me go get you the coat.
I would
And he'll
greatly
go.
appreciate
He'll
that.
bring a little cloak out. It's probably more of like a shawl for you because you're quite a bit taller than he is. But this will give you a +10 to your fortitude to resist harsh weather, cold,
Okay.
and your cold resistance will also give you a +5. So you're at a +15 to your fortitude.
Okay. I kind of raise my mug of sour cherry to Roux in the window and just take a sip.
Rue will walk back in. See, it is no problem.
He's not here, dearie.
Oh, damn the gods. Well, lady, do you want to go exploring?
There may be some expediency in our quest. It may behoove us to try and make our way to the top of the mountain.
I do believe so. You will be okay with the cold?
Aye, if you're going to be exploring your way to the mountain, you got a map.
If you have one, that would be greatly appreciated.
Or just something to draw on. I can show you one of those portals.
Oh, that would be helpful.
I know of one to the top of the mountain.
A portal to the top
Used
of the
to
mountain.
lead to a big dragon's den, but my Strix friend took care of that.
Oh.
Oh, right into a dragon. Wonderful.
I don't think other dragons take up other dragons' dens, but I haven't been there in some years, so could be dangerous.
Here, Rue pulls out a crumpled note from like her belt and smooths it out on the table. Like, there you go.
Yeah, he'll grab just like a piece of charcoal and he'll draw like kind of like a crude little directionary map of where to go to find a portal. It looks like it leads you up a path for the mountain for a little ways. He says you'll be walking for about 15 minutes and then draw some landmarks off to the mountain. And there's a little cave in the side of the mountain that apparently has a portal.
I reach into my bag and I'm just gonna pull out this ship's compass real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Is it pointing anywhere specific right now?
It is. It is pointing up the mountain currently.
Interesting. I also imagine because this is a ship's compass, it's not like a little thing. It's like a big thing that just.
You pull it out and it's a thunk.
I hate to tell you, but I think that compass is broken.
Truly.
North's that way.
I have
Yeah.
I do have a spacious pouch, so I can just carry a bunch of shit. So I just stick this big ship's compass back into my bag.
Au contraire, though, if you look at the way the compass was pointing and then look at your map, they are similar.
All right. Good luck out there.
Yes.
you.
Don't,
May I
don't
have
get
one more
yourselves
drink?
killed.
No promises, but we haven't yet. But could I trouble you? Just one more drink. One more.
Aye. He'll bring you one more and he'll hand it to you. I don't know if you understand this, but weather's dangerous. Clothing is good.
I understand that there is cold weather outside.
My companion here is made of fire, basically. She'll be fine.
Ah, another portal side effect.
Indeed. You said
Oh,
you like
speaking
to
of, can I
collect.
have something from either of you? You got any
Absolutely.
scraps or anything you're looking to toss away?
So Lady Nocturne is gonna take off one of her one of their many things that she's got jangling on her wrist. She takes off. It's a little leather cord tied to a copper piece that has a hole in the top of it.
Excellent.
And she's like, "This copper piece found its way back to me on 7 separate occasions. It is very lucky."
That's not a threat, is it?
No, I'm just no.
Ah,
But I am gifting it to you, so it should stick to you now.
I appreciate that. I like to collect things that come through portals, but I don't collect people. That'd be odd.
It certainly would be.
What about you, Fire Lady?
Rue looks down at all of her necklaces and rings. Well, I have. Oh, I know. She pulls out a letter opener. She puts it on the table. Won this from, well, he called himself a gentleman. I called him a cheat, and it might have ended up in his eye socket, and then I took it because it was fair and square.
He kind of slow blinks at you. All right, that works. Full of stories, you two. I like you two.
You are great, too.
Best of luck.
To
Watch
you
out
as
for
well.
lava.
We will. Thank you.
Like an adventure. Rue's gonna down one more drink.
Excellent. It's just as good as the first. Maybe it's a little harder.
She toasts it up like she's toasting to someone above, and then she'll look at.
Yes, you are. So you are religious to Caden Callion, correct?
Yeah.
And Lady Nocturne, you are not religious, correct?
No.
Okay.
Lady, shall we go?
We shall.
Thank you again, Finnick. I hope that we return, socks and all. But if we don't, appreciate your hospitality. And Rue will pull out 2 gold and set 2 gold on the table. For the lull in your customers.
Appreciate it. Business is tough.
Well, hopefully it will clear up soon.
Yes, hopefully. And if you ever find yourself over in where old Avalanche used to be, that's where my beach house is. Perhaps I can do some service over there.
Perhaps we will meet again.
Perhaps. Best of luck. He's
To
gonna
you.
go back to cleaning his wooden cups.
You do realize, Roxy, that lady is a title, not a name?
Do you not want the respect, or do you? You're calling me Roxy. I call you Lady.
Very well, Roux.
It is better, Nocturne. Let us go.
Lady Nocturne. Both are
See,
required.
You are too picky. You could be Nocturne, you could be Lady, but Lady Nocturne, that is such a mouthful.
We head off.
All right. So you following this map and your compass?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Well, so the compass is pointing to the top of the mountain. Does it follow? Is it pointing to like where he showed us to go?
Yeah. So as you start trekking off, it does seem to kind of guide you along the path, not just straight up the mountain. The compass does seem to kind of be guiding you, and it does seem to be putting you to the same general area that his map is, maybe even a little more accurately than his map.
This thing is quite useful, after all.
That it is.
As you guys start trekking up this mountain, it is absolutely frigid and freezing out here. So you're immune to this, Roux, but Lady Nocturne, let's go ahead and have you roll a fortitude save to see how you handle the extreme temperatures. You can have a plus 15 bonus to this for the coat and your cold resistance.
All right. Let's see here. Plus 15.
And as you get out there, you can tell this cloak that you're wearing is not just a mundane cloak. It does seem magical in nature.
Oh.
So there's no way it would be keeping you this warm otherwise.
He gave me a magic shawl. That's so lovely.
Oh,
58.
58. Yeah, you're nice and toasty at the moment. Okay, excellent. Yeah. So as you guys trek up here and follow the map and follow the compass, you do eventually see off the beaten path. You do see that there is a cave, and the compass actually points to it. You may have even potentially missed it if you didn't have the compasses. His drawing was a little bit off.
Are we entering the cave? Have we entered the cave?
Yeah, so as you approach the cave, it's not much of a cave. It's more of just like a little indentation in the side of the mountain. And this portal is not black goop. This one is kind of just like a shimmering, ethereal gateway. And you can see through this one by the looks of it. Do you guys have dark vision?
I do.
Yes, I think so. Maybe?
You have low light vision, Lady Nocturne. And
Okay, but not dark vision. Okay.
Roux, you do have dark vision. So, Lady Nocturne, when you look through this, you kind of see it looks like it's a dark cave, and you can see that there is like sky through the ceiling. Like there's a way upwards and out of the cave that this portal is taking you to. And Roux, you can see that it is just a big open cave with the opening in the ceiling with your dark vision. It looks like this is probably the dragon's lair that he was talking about, but looking through the shimmer of the portal, you don't see a dragon imminently through it. But you don't have like a whole vision of the cave just through the portal image.
Perhaps we go through quietly, just in case.
I agree.
Can I roll a stealth through portal?
Yeah, for sure.
I will also be sneaky.
Oh, it's not great. 38.
38 and Nocturne. You guys are rolling
37.
so similar. It's so interesting.
It's wonderful. We're in sync.
Okay, fantastic. Oh, also, just for funsies, on this map really quick, let's show where you guys teleported to, right? So
Yeah, we have no idea where we are.
you guys
Funsies.
came a grand 4,500 miles this way. About 500 miles north from where Jack and Crunk currently are, 500 miles north of Absalom in this mountain range. So, and your characters might not be super familiar with that, but just for those who are interested in the location. All right. Yeah, so you sneak through the portal, and Roux, you go through first, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so you enter into a cave, and once you go into this cave, it's still very cold. You're now sheltered from the wind. You can hear the wind whistling, maybe even more harshly from the sky above. Like the weather seems very intense out the top entrance of this cave. And then Lady Nocturne, you follow behind. Roux, you have clear sight of this cave. Lady Nocturne, you have a pretty good view of it with your low light vision, but there's some shadows here and there that are kind of hidden from you. Why don't you both make me perceptions, Lady Nocturne? You can do so with misfortune, which is like the Pathfinder version of disadvantage. And Roux, you can also roll perception without the misfortune.
I stop rolling 12s. 40.
29.
So, yeah, going to this map here, you guys are down in this cave right here, and you can see the open sky above you. Roux, what you see, and Lady Nocturne does not, is that you see little rocks that are rolling themselves across the floor and slowly rolling up this wall out of the cave. There's kind of like just like a spaced out trail of them. You hear them very subtly as the click-clack of the rocks. Roux, you don't hear this through the wind, or sorry, Nocturne, you don't hear this over the wind, but Roux, you do. You hear them whispering that Avalanche.
Can I do a knowledge now that I see them?
Yes, you can.
Am I
An
doing
occultism or an earth lore or an aberration lore?
38?
A 38, now that you have a clear look at them, you do recognize what these are. These are not actually rocks, but they are cobble mites. You know that a lot of times seeing this many of them together, they do have a tendency to group up into quite dangerous swarms called stirstromers. Bunch of little mites that together will latch onto people. They can bite, they do have little mouths, and they can burrow and manipulate earth very easily. They're known to bury people in the ground. They can cause earthquakes.
Fun. Roux stays as quiet as she can. She leans over to Lady Nocturne. I see what they are now. And there are many of these rocks. There's a very real possibility that they are going to go cause an avalanche with the way that they are going up and up and up. It would probably be in our best interest to stop them.
And this climb, as it stands, does look quite rough.
We could bring them to us.
We have no way of knowing what is at the top, correct?
No, not without climbing up there. I could try to scale that. Might be difficult, but
Poe, would you mind?
Poe will squawk, flap their wings, and attempt to fly up there. And why don't you go ahead and roll me a flat check, Izzy? And a flat check is no bonuses. You just roll a d20, and we see the result.
7.
So at the 7, Poe attempts to fly up there to take a peek. And as Poe starts to fly up, there is a violent gust of wind that arcs down into the cave and just slams Poe down to the ground. And Poe kind of uncomfortably stands back up and flutters back up on your shoulder.
Apologies about that. Lady Nocturne is just going to sigh and say, we only have a minute. So when I do this, climb on quick. And hopefully we can fight whatever's up there very quickly. Now take a few paces back, if you would please, dearie.
Roux will step back to let the lady do her magics.
I'm going to cast Dragon Form.
Oh, excellent. Okay. What type of dragon would you like to turn into?
I am going to turn into an Imperial Dragon.
Cool. Tell us what your Imperial Dragon looks like as you shift into this.
So Lady Nocturne just kind of shifts into a dragon with like sleek, dark, like almost looks like the night, almost looks like a dragon form made of the night sky. Not quite there when you look at her, but is this majestic, grand dragon form, almost made of spirit energy.
Love it. All right. So, Roux, you see Nocturne shift into this big dragon. What are you two doing?
Love this form. Roux will hop on.
And I will fly us out of the cave.
Excellent. All right. So, as
I also
you lift up.
Quick note, I do gain dark vision in dragon form.
Nice. Okay, yeah. So as you shift, this whole cave kind of becomes visible to you, and you can see those rocks trailing up the wall. Yeah, as you take off to try to fly out of this cave, go ahead and roll me a flat check as another big gust of wind seems to like almost target anything that's trying to fly out of this chasm.
Cool. Natural 20.
Nat 20. Yeah, your dragon wings are just too powerful here. You are able to fly up out of this crevice. So once you get out of the cave, you can see that this is leading up towards the mountain. You can see that, first off, when you fly up, you can see that there is a large gathering of these stones that look like this. Katie, would you like to add anything to my description other than this is a big wave of little rocks?
No, that's exactly what it is. Big wave, little rock.
Excellent. And there are so many that like these rocks are forming a mass even bigger than your dragon form, Nocturne. Also, you can see at the top of the mountain, the green glow is coming from a strange little stone container that has runes glowing around it that match the same runes that you saw in the tavern down below. And as soon as you rise up above the cave, those runes turn from green to blue. This is what that looks like. Is there any description to add to that other than a stone cube with glowing runes?
Yeah, I can't tell if it looks like a broken pillar. I think that's snow on top of it. But yeah, it's it looks like it's resting on like some sort of dais or pedestal.
And as soon as that turns to blue, you can see the snow starts to get like very agitated. And it swirls and it flurries, especially above this pedestal that's holding that glowing rune. And behind it, you see a large face form in the snow. Kind of featureless. If anybody's seen The Mummy, kind of think like Imhotep making the big sandstorm, but with snow. Nocturne, you've done research on this. You can roll me a craft, Harrow lore if you have it, or an occultism.
We're gonna go with occultism.
And actually, Roux, you can roll it as well. You might have stumbled across this since you've been trying to figure out what your parts are.
And I'm rolling like garbage. 37.
34 on Harrow lore.
Lady Nocturne, that face that you see looks very familiar to you. And you've seen it in your studies of the Deck of Destiny. You recognize it because it looks like the art on one of the cards within the Deck of Destiny. This card.
The Avalanche.
Tell us what that looks like, Izzy.
It looks like an avalanche with a face eating a cart, and a poor horse is running away.
Yep, correct. This one's the suit of keys as well. So yeah, you see that large face rise up behind this pedestal. And then, Roux, you have That's Odd?
Yeah, I do.
So your That's Odd triggers, and you notice that there are little glowing red cracks in the cliff faces of these walls that look like they're almost like reactionary starting to form as if they're pointing at you as you're flying up out of the air. And with this, we're going to go into initiative. So we have the big face at the top is a 53 going first. We've got Roux at a 43 going second. We've got the Stromer at a 36 going next. And then we've got Lady Nocturne going last at a 31.
Excellent.
Okay, so at the top of the round, that big face is going to let out a bellowing, deep roar. And it makes the whole mountain feel like it shakes. And as it does that, those glowing cracks in the cliff faces here, because you guys have just raised out of this chasm right here. This one is about 40 feet up, this one is about 80 feet up, and this one's about 50 feet up. So you've got quite a ways to get to the top of this mountain here. These ones on the lower tier are going to erupt out with jets of lava and flame. You guys need to both make me a reflex save. Since you're riding on Nocturne, Roux, I'll let you choose if you want to roll your own or if you want to just take Nocturne's roll. But you got to decide before you two roll.
I'll take Nocturnes. It makes sense that Roux is hanging on, ready to do something with her elements versus trying to dodge.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll me your own then and see if you can assist. Okay, so that's going to be a +2 to your reflex save, Nocturne.
Okay. Natural 20 for a 51.
Woo! How about that?
Woo!
Tell me how you deftly maneuver around these big gouts of flame.
Well, I do as Peppy always told me, and I do a barrel roll.
Excellent. And you are, even though it's a nat 20, you are technically assisting Roux. How do you help that assist?
So she's on the back of Nocturne and she sees the flames coming. I think she does I think she just holds on and she's like, I trust you to do this correctly. I see that there is red, lady. There is red. That's all she does.
Love it. Just a morale boost.
I'm not colorblind.
Excellent. There's a big rumbling roar of frustration as that is ineffective. And so now we are going to you, Roux. This Stromer down here, they seem to be stacking on top of each other to try to get tall to reach up.
Okay. How high up are we?
You guys, okay, so this was about 40 feet down, and I imagine all this got angry as you were about 10 feet above this second platform here. So you're probably just like 10 feet in climbing, I imagine.
I do have a fly speed of 100 feet in dragon form.
Never mind. We'll put you up then. So you this would have been difficult terrain for flying, so it would have been 50. So we'll put you 20 feet up.
This is all 3 of my actions. I'm going to do this. So Roux, as we're flying up, smirks and goes, we fight fire with fire. And she's going to stand up and then motion down, and a column of flames is going to erupt around the rocks. The cylinder's 10 feet in diameter. Yeah.
Excellent.
Stroma.
Is that a reflex save for me or an attack
This
roll
is
for you?
a reflex save for everything in the area.
Your DC will be +3 from your items. What's your DC +3? What am I looking for?
Let's see. So it's going to be a 42.
It's going to be a 51, which is just short of a critical success. So they will take half damage, I imagine.
Yeah, because it's a basic. So yes.
Roll that damage and add 24 to it.
Oh, okay. So that's going to be 47 half.
Okay, so this takes 23 damage. The fire seems quite effective, as does the area effect. A bunch of the rocks kind of crumble to ash, and there's so many of them that it seems like the burst is pretty effective.
Perfect. That's all 3 of my actions.
Fantastic. All right. These things are next. They're just they're gonna move up, kind of get beneath you. They're kind of trying to reach, but you're a little too far up. They're just gonna ready in action. And that's their turn. All right. Lady Nocturne, it is your turn again, and I need you to make me another flat check if you want to try to continue flying.
Okay. 19?
A 19? You're just
I
crushing
love these
this.
flat checks.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you're currently in rough terrain, so your speed is halved. So you're at a 50-foot fly speed, and you've got full control this round.
So I am going to... I really want to get a closer look at this pillar.
Excellent.
So what we're going to do...
all in all 180 feet up to that pillar.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is just to really just fuck with the surstroming over here. I'm going to kind of, as I'm flying over it, breathe down my 30-foot cone of spirit breath.
Excellent.
I'm going to use my breath weapon, and I'm going to fly 50 feet at a diagonal, kind of up and towards that pillar. So
fantastic. What's the DC on your breath weapon?
The DC on my breath weapon is my spell save DC, which 39.
Okay. A 35 is going to fail, so this will be full damage, and you will add 12 to this damage.
44.
Okay, 44 damage. Crunches a bunch of those rocks.
I suppose we should move.
That's going to put you, so going at the diagonal there, if you go your full 50-foot speed, yeah, you'll be there, and you'll only be 20 feet above this next pillar there.
Okay.
Or this next layer, I should say. All right, that thing did not get a chance to take its ready to action, so that is done, and we're back up to the large face here, which is going to explode this boulder up here into humongous rock fragments that are going to launch up and try to fall on top of you. So this is going to be another reflex save. Once again, Roux, you can either assist or you can roll your own.
I'm going to continue to assist.
38 is going to be another +2.
Okay. Ooh, 33.
33, is that with the +2 already?
That is with the +2.
Okay, so that is going to be a fail.
You know what? Let's use the hero point.
Okay.
Let's
give it another re-roll. You're taking an additional +2 and taking the better result of the two.
Okay. So circumstance bonus is now a 4. That was certainly a roll die. Thank you. Just plop.
That one is
44.
going to be a success. So you're going to take half damage from this, both of you, but you will not get pinned to the ground, which seems much better.
Yes. I would rather not be pinned to the ground.
This is bludgeoning damage. So you're both taking 20. All right, and that is the face. So you're up, Roux. 3 actions.
Oh, that is really annoying. I'm going to keep after these rocks while Lady Nocturne continues to get us up. So I am going to use all 3 actions again. After taking a hit to the shoulder, she rubs at it, stands herself up and turns around, goes, well, I'll still be able to take you down. And another scorching column just shoots up in the middle of
Do
the
yours just crack through the earth just like these
Yeah.
ones in the wall did?
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
And so it's another
That's going to be a
reflex.
reflex save for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a 49, which is going to fail or succeed, but not critically succeed, correct?
Right.
So
Right.
so damage plus 24, then it's going to be halved. AoE fire, very effective.
Huh, what a good roll. 45.
Nice. Okay, that is going to be 22 more damage. Bunch of these little rocks burn away, and they're looking pretty rough. That's it for Roux. So this thing is up, and it is going to just triple move up beneath you here. And it reaches up, and it looks like if you don't get out of the way, it will be able to reach you next turn.
Okay.
Oh, does this thing take -1 to its armor class when it's within your aura, Roux?
Yeah.
Nice. What does your aura look like?
Man, my aura, it's so subtle it's almost a shimmer, but it picks up like bits of the heat in the air to give it a shimmer, and you see like flecks of metal occasionally. Like just very small, but it picks up the metal and heat.
It's a pretty cool image. I imagine that's like burning the snow around you guys as you're flying.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Is your aura fire or is it just metal?
You channel more than one element. No, it's all of it.
So it's fire as well?
Pieces of all your kinetic elements appear in the aura.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah, you actually don't have to make the flat checks for flying then.
Oh, that's very nice. I appreciate that.
Amazing.
Because effects such as fire shield negate it, and I'm gonna imagine that's gonna act similar to fire shield. So
Cool.
okay. All right. It's your turn, Lady Nocturne.
Okay, cool. So I forgot to do this last turn when I did my fire breath, but I have to roll a d4 to see how many rounds.
Oh, yes, for sure.
2. Okay, so I can't
Not
use
this
it
round,
this
but
round.
next round it'll be up.
Can I? How much of my movement would I have to spend in order to like jaw it, like attack it with my with
Currently,
my mouth?
it's within reach of your jaws because it's kind of clamoring up to reach you, so it's within melee reach at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and I'm gonna try and bite. I'm gonna get a mouthful.
Okay, so 1 action to bite.
Yep.
Roll that attack roll.
Oh.
I've got its AC penalty calculated for you, Roux.
31.
A 31 is going to miss. As you chomp down, these things kind of spread out of the way. They do seem sentient and kind of surprisingly agile.
Okay. I'm going to... yeah, I'll go ahead and take a swipe with my claws as well.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and see if I roll better this time. 32.
Slightly better, but still not quite enough. You swipe down, and these are out of the way on the defensive.
Bah! Well, I'll breathe on it next turn, and I will fly 100, I suppose.
Yes.
So
which is going to get you just to the edge of this one, and you can get just 5 feet over it.
Like right here?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And so you're just 5 feet above this landing. as you get over this landing and you get a clear view of this box, Lady Nocturne, you're going to hear a masculine voice in your head. That container, you know what to do with it. Get your hands on it and trust your instincts.
Creepy, but sure.
That was Nocturne's turn, so we're back to the face. This one's going to do a big bubble of lava just beneath you. It's going to crack open, and it's going to be like just a big splurge of lava that's going to come out kind of like in a doming splash. And you'll be just in range of this, so this is going to be another reflex save.
We still doing the you assisting me thing?
Yeah, and in fact, when Roux sees the lava, she kind of smirks and then hopes that this time her clothes don't singe off. A +2 for you.
Okay. That is going to be a 48.
48 with the +2 is going to be a critical success.
Oh.
Just crushing it. How do you evade this bubble of lava?
The bubble of lava starts to threaten to burst, and Lady Nocturne just wing buffets, and it just
just right over it. The wind kind of brushes it back down.
Yeah, the bubble, instead of bursting, the bubble just goes bloop and just flattens.
This thing forms two big snowy fists and screams in frustration and starts pounding the ground. It makes the whole mountain rumble.
No. There's no need to throw a temper tantrum.
Oh, you made him angry. That could have been a nice hot bath, you know.
For you, maybe.
True.
Are you immune to fire, Roux?
Yes.
That's so funny.
I'm slightly resistant because of my amulet, but not immune by any means.
Let me list. I am immune to cold, electricity, fire, and metal.
All right. Did you say metal or mental?
Metal.
Metal?
That includes
Yes.
swords.
Like swords.
Interesting.
You're immune to swords.
It says metal. If someone's going to hit me with a metal sword.
That's very impressive.
I'm immune to stabbing, thank you very much.
I am a kineticist with too much bullshit.
Oh, man. All right. Okay. You're up, Roux.
Disappointed that she cannot have a hot bath, she turns back to the Sturmstromer and says, well, I will give you a bath instead. One more time, if you will. She'll flourish her hands and another column.
Okay, I am making a reflex save. Hey, that one's worse.
Yay!
About
That is a
39.
failure. That's a failure.
Nice. Okay, full damage on this one, plus 24.
39.
39. How do you do it?
So she does the flourish, brings the fire up from underneath the cracks as this avalanche has been trying to do to them. And this column just shoots 30 feet up, engulfs the rest of the rocks, and she kind of sustains it for a second before releasing it in a flourish and turning toward the avalanche and goes, see, this is how you'll get things melted with fire.
Excellent. And these things kind of make off little squeals and chirps as they crumble to ash and fire. And that is dealt with Sturmstromer.
As I understand it, so stroming is supposed to be served raw.
Oh.
Right, and it is Lady Nocturne's turn.
Cool. Well, I'm just gonna fly at the box and just grab it with my claws.
Okay.
It does.
As you grab it with your claws.
It does say that I do have hands in this battle form and can manipulate actions.
Okay, fantastic. That's so good. All right, as you grab it, you do feel like you can, you feel like a magical connection to where you can manipulate these runes in different combinations. And they all have different impressions of feelings, like emotions. that you feel like it's kind of shifting with this face as it's getting angry and frustrated. But you can kind of control them. For this, I need you to either roll me a craft, an artifact lore, an arcana, or a curse lore.
I will do a curse lore.
Excellent. And then for you being new to the game, Izzy, just so you're aware, lores are typically going to be a lower DC, so they will be easier to complete.
Well, my lores currently are bardic and curses, so
Excellent. Yeah, so for example, on this one, a curse lore is going to lower the DC by 3, so that is going to make it 3 easier for you.
41.
A 41 is going to be a success. You're able to start manipulating some of these runes. And as you start moving them, you can tell that what needs to be done is you're trying to control this storm's emotions to be calm. And you get two sides of the box, or one side of the box done with that, and it turns green. And you could continue to work on it with one action to try to get another side.
I will use a second action to get another side. Ugh. 32.
A 32 is going to be a fail, not a critical fail, but you're struggling to get the emotions on this side. As you're starting to calm the emotions, the storm seems to resist and get angry, and it's harder to keep your focus.
Darling, if you could keep it busy while I focus on this.
All right, and it is now up, and with you on the ground, it is going to... I guess, Roux, you're probably up here as well. Are you still mounted on Lady Nocturne? Are you hopping off?
Because Lady Nocturne is manipulating something, she would have hopped down to the side.
Cool, yeah, you can put yourself anywhere adjacent. All right, both of you need to make me a reflex save here against the earth trembling and cracking and almost like rippling like a wave outwards away from this contraption.
Good, 36.
A 36 is going to be a fail. A 47 is going to be a success.
Now, dear, calm down, go to sleep.
So this is going to be the damage. Roux, you're going to take full. This is bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
So 52, and Roux, you are bumped back 5 feet. Lady Nocturne, you take some of the damage, but you are not bumped away. All right, and it's now Roux's turn.
Roux stumbles a little. Hey! Okay, what is the thing hitting us right now?
It's not, there's a big face above this. So you can target it if you would like.
Okay.
It's not a token on the map, but
I can target the face. That's what I want to do. Let's see. This is a snowy face?
It's, yeah, the big snowy face.
Real quick question: would I, having grabbed onto this thing, would I know if somebody else can help me with this, or is it just like a one-person job?
Anybody else could help you with it if they can understand it.
Rather than pissing it off, maybe give me a hand.
Roux has started like summoning one of her elements, and she stops. I thought you just said keep it busy.
Well, I'm changing my mind.
What is with you cats? In, out, in, out. Roux will step up.
You have to be adjacent to this here.
I will walk and not step up. Fine. I can roll. What are my options for rolling, please?
So you've got craft, arcana, artifact lore, or curse lore.
Okay, craft is the best I will be able to do here. Wow, roll better, Roux. 33, which I'm pretty sure is a failure.
33 is a failure. Yeah, you feel like the impressions of the emotions, but it's kind like you're having a hard time connecting. It's not like your elements where they like just kind of naturally flow through you. This is something complex and hard to understand.
Do you realize I don't play with the building block brick things? She tries one more time.
Okay.
Stop thinking, try feeling. Nope.
That
I'll
one
do that. 29
is a critical failure. It's going to not only not work, but it's going to mess up the side that has been fixed.
I'm gonna reroll. Nope, I'm rerolling.
Okay, please.
Hero point.
Oh no.
So sorry. Much better. 42.
It starts to like go back to blue, and you quickly fix it, and you're able to succeed and get another side green.
Shit. Oh, there we go. I told you elements are easier for me.
Then emotions.
Yes. We, anytime. Give me fire, give me metals, water, air. Not emotions.
All right, Lady Nocturne, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna keep curse luring it up to see if I can't calm down the other two sides. That's gonna be a 35.
With Curse Lore is going to succeed.
Okay.
You get one more side, so there's one final side to complete.
Okay. Second action, gonna keep going. Oh, 38. That's actually better.
A 38 is a success. And as you get that last side green, you can see that last side slides up and reveals a little green glowing gem. And you hear that voice in your head. That's the heart. Take it and end it.
I have one more action, so I'll reach one of my hand claws in. Like this thing is probably tiny in my giant dragon hand, but I am going to take it with the dragon hand
Click, click, click.
and pull it out of the box.
As you pull it out of the box, this like big storm that's been tantruming and growling and pounding, like suddenly just gets very like solemn, and you feel like you hear this deep gust of wind that sounds like somebody taking a deep breath of relief. And the face kind of arches back, and then the snow just falls away gently into like a light flurry around you. That little gem in your hand crumbles away into like green looking snowflakes that fall to the ground, and that little container that you just solved drops away into 4 little pieces, and they all form back together, morph into a Harrow card of the Avalanche. And you guys are out of initiative.
Look at that. Another mystery solved. Roux goes over and picks the card up.
Along with the card, you can see that also in a little indentation where that container was sitting, you can see there's like a nice pair of bracers in there as well. These are magical looking in nature, and I will put these in your stash. And yeah, who's taking the bracers and who's taking the Avalanche?
I picked up the Avalanche. I can put it back so you can read it, though. Okay, it's back in there. I am taking the bracers, though. Oh, these are gorgeous. I can carry it. Oh, there. Oh, and my strength's a +5 with those on.
Nice. So you guys are now at the top of this mountain, which has calmed down. And your compass, Lady Nocturne, you kind of hear it start to whir and spin, and then it settles down, pointing back down the mountain towards the lodge.
Yes, it was very useful, though, so we should thank him as well. Yes, I'm excited. Let us go. We can tell of our adventure.
All right. Hiking back down the mountain, compass pointing the other direction, and your first, I guess, third obtained Harrow card in hand. We will go ahead and call that a session and pick up next time.